everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing well. As always, I'm Janice or Barb, whatever you would like to call me. Just do not call me Barbara or Janice. And today we're going to be getting into Joseline's Cabaret Las Vegas. This is season 3, episode 3. Who said anything about dancing? Honey, okay. Well, before we get into that, today's candle of the day is going to be Dark Blue Night by Bath & Body Works. And let's see. I really wanted something fresh, nothing too sweet today. I just wanted to, I don't know, just feel like crisp mountain air, fresh lavender, and a touch of musk. Just a light hint of it. So it's not too overbearing. And yeah, let's get into it. So this episode picks up where the previous episode left off, of course. And that is with Gaia literally getting drug out the house because, I don't know, like, I get it. I definitely get it. But at the same time, I think that was hella corny because as we saw it was mainly Raven, Lollipop, and Black Diamond, and they were like, and all the other girls around them, but I saw those three women are the ones that I pointed out the most, and I just think that was super corny. Like, it was just corny all around to me. I didn't think that, like, jumping somebody 9 times out of 10 is always gonna be corny. But yeah, so then Gaia goes outside, she's saying some wild and she's talking about she's gonna be the second coming. This is gonna be the second coming of Christ and all this other stuff. The ladies are still back inside, ass kissing Joseline and pretty much tattling on everything that she said and blah blah blah. Joseline's just eating it all up, of course, and she never tried to fight Gaia. And I believe that's personally because she knew she was not gonna win that one. She typically goes after like women and other people that I feel like she thinks can be like she could easily have one up on them, and I guess she didn't get those vibes from Gaia, but whatever. So Lexi goes outside, she tries to get her to leave, and she's talking about, oh, they'll bring your stuff out and blah blah blah, and everything is everything until Gaia's like, no, I don't want you to help me, you're a prostitute, I want security, whatever. And she's like, I'm a prostitute. Well, what are you then? Showing your body for money as well. And they go back and forth for a second, and all I see is homegirl wine up, y'all. And oh my goodness, oh my guys, it was like Krav Maga. She literally body slams Lexi. And I'm sorry, but I did laugh. I did laugh quite a bit because it was just like, bro, what? We find out that her dad is a boxing coach. So that kind of gives you a little bit of insight why things went down, how they went down. And they fight for a minute. Lexi is like super pissed when she gets up. So she starts trying to, all the girls come out. She tries to like throw her bags into the fountain, and she throws her bags in the fountain. She's still going off, limping, I must say. And everything is all chaos and whatnot until security's trying to keep Gaia back, and then this person's trying to run up on this person, and it's just a whole bunch of mess. And Amber decides to take it upon herself to be like, oh, why are we just dumping the suitcase as a whole? Like, we need to dump her stuff out and get it wet, as she said. And they start going through her stuff. They see like a Bible, and then like, is she doing witchcraft? Like, she's doing witchcraft, Like, if it was me, you wouldn't see me, like, I don't know, there's levels of messiness and drama, and I'm not about to be demolishing nobody's Bibles and stuff like that. No, I'm good. I wouldn't want nobody to do that to me. I mean, I wouldn't put myself in this situation in the first place, let's get that clear, but I think that was just like a little bit overboard, but whatever. And I just felt like Raven and Black Diamond were like looking like little like Muppets, like just running around like short and trying to just get at her like two little like Siamese like cats or something. It was just like a lot was going on. But anyway, we wrap up with that. She goes off, I guess, or whatever. Joseline calls it a night, and Chanel decides that she's going to give them homework and that they need to prepare an 8 count by tomorrow. And I'm just like, okay, I guess she's trying to be in charge of the girls. And so the next day we get Lexi and Chanel chatting about last night's events. We also see that Lexi still has a chip on her shoulder because she feels as though Chanel should have had her back. And I really don't understand why everybody's like, they're just being they're being a lot towards Chanel. And I feel like she should never came back and she should just leave because they're going to keep punking her until she either reacts or whatever. And last season, if I recall correctly, Lexi never had Chanel's back, so I don't know why she's beasting so hard for her to have hers. Like, but they get interrupted. She doesn't really get to relay all that to Chanel because Wet Wet comes up, and I think that she's gonna be like the new Chanel. She's gonna be like the underdog, and she kind of talks about how Amber's just like was just, you know, giving her a hard time and all that, and she, you know, just kind of tells them how she's feeling and whatever. And then we also get on the other side of the house, we get a little snippet with Amber. Well, Amber walks up, but it's, I think it was Black Diamond, Raven, and Lollipop all just out there being mean girls. They literally, they were up on the pedestals. They just looked like they were just acting like gargoyles, like up on, you know, like how people are like the lions. They just be having them up on the pedestals or whatever in front of their houses and stuff like that. They were just up there just saying all this dumb stuff along the lines of them basically that they jumped her and that they was making sure they was getting their little hits in and just all like see ass shit. Like, I'm trying not to curse too much, but it was just so whack to me. Like, you guys are corny for that, but whatever. Amber comes up and she's also trying to act like she's like, you know, I didn't really, you know, think that was right with Gaia, or like, she, you know, maybe we need to give her a second chance, or she deserves a second chance. She's misunderstood. I'm just like, Amber, weren't you the one dumping her stuff in the pool, in the fountain? Like, come on. Like, it was just a flip flopping for me. Her and Lollipop go back and forth for a little bit about that whole thing from 2 episodes ago, but they decide that they're gonna move forward and squash it and stuff. I guess we'll see. But whatever. We go inside. Ballistic and Joseline are in the kitchen. She's telling him about everything, and nothing major really came of that conversation, except that we found out that she deep throats him daily. But I guess we already knew that, right? Whatever. She said she's gonna take him to the club, and yeah, so they all meet at the club. Joseline, Chanel, and Lexi first are like in there, and Joseline's like, of course she's trying to get on Chanel, and I'm just like, okay, so what do you want from her exactly? She's like, I didn't tell you to give them the homework or whatever. What made you tell them to do that? Because we're gonna be doing something else today. I'm like, okay, so you want her to step up and be your bottom bitch, but then you don't give her the freedom to do so. And then now you're mad, you're calling her out, saying that she should have Lexi's back, and Lexi's all like, yeah, what was that about? Da, 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 da. And it's just like, but when they were all at the photo shoot, coming at Chanel, Amber specifically, you didn't, Lexi was just walking around, you know, high stepping with her super booty, like, so it's just like, I don't know. Like I said, Chanel, you really just should have took that $10,000 and invested it into your own brand, because she's going to continue to make a mockery out of you. And so are all these girls, clearly. I feel bad, but then I don't, because it's like, did you not watch last season and see how you were portrayed? You got literally Scooby snacks thrown at you. Like, if I was her, I would have just stayed out of it. When they asked me that question, or asked me, was Lexi laughing at them or whatever, I just would have just been like, you know what? Yeah, no, whatever. And I also don't like Lexi's, like, I don't know, I prefer her with the finger waves. It's not my head, so who am I? What you know, what does my word count for? But it was the whole like Dominican blowout look for me. I just was like, I just prefer her with the finger waves. I think that's just more, it brings out her face more and stuff. Anyway, Joseline brings the girls in, and she tells them they dress thinking they about to, you know, twerk something or whatever, and Joseline drops a bomb and lets them know, no, you guys are actually gonna be cleaning this place, which I'm actually glad for, because in my previous video or the first video, I think I was talking about how dingy that club looks. So it's good they can get it spick and span, honey. And everybody looks like, what? Like, they wasn't really feeling that. For the most part, like, the outfits were kind of like, okay. Anyway, and I did peep too, because this becomes like a whole big thing. Joseline definitely did tell Chanel and Lexi to make sure that they watch the girls clean. Like, y'all girls clean, they gonna make sure you guys are doing what you're supposed to do. So in Chanel and Lexi's defense, I don't feel as though, because Amber, after Joseline leaves, she starts getting mad. I'm jumping forward a little bit. She starts getting mad, talking about they just walking around, they not really trying to help them clean. Like, what are you supposed to be, what are you doing? Like, you should be, as a leader, you should be leading, you know, and setting the example. And I get it, but literally you heard her say, they gonna watch y'all gonna clean. So what do you be mad at Joseline then? But I bet you won't do that. Anyway, we see Joseline gets a random FaceTime from Gaia, and it's just like, okay, like, this is clearly, this Zeus, you need to do a little bit better, because that's clearly like staged. Like, we clearly can tell that was not, like, she just randomly called her. Like, really? Okay, whatever. But she basically tells him that she tells Joseline that all the girls were actually saying stuff on the bus, and that she wasn't able to get her words out because she was soft spoken or whatever. I'm just like, okay, girl. And she's like, okay, well, you know, she wants to come back or whatever, and Joseline will let her come back on one condition, that she says all this and calls the girls out or whatever. And I'm just like, you already know what's gonna happen, you know, when they do that. Like, I just don't get the whole puppet master thing. It's very malicious, if you ask me. And I can see why a lot of people don't want to continue to support the show or watch the show or review the show, because she be doing a lot. And I hate to introduce, you know, ugly topics like this, but it has to be said. I feel as though she takes joy in kind of like exploiting, or like kind of just letting the girls, you know, rip and run through the house. But more so, like, you see all the black girls and whatnot, I feel like they're the ones that are mostly, like, she casts them maybe to like get attention and, you know, drive up the views and stuff like that. But then she turns around and doesn't even like put them in the videos. Like, if you watch a video, like, just like last season, like, she put bubble face Barbie or whatever in the video, but then this season, like, you see, like, there's none of the black girls and the more melanated girls are in the video. So it's just kind of like, I don't know. I peeped. If you guys peeped, let me know in the comments below. I just call it like I see it, and I think that that's a tactic that she's doing on purpose. But anyway, the ladies are cleaning, being silly, whatever, and then Amber just starts being Amber. She's going off talking about Chanel and Lexi ain't helping, like, but she really starts mostly coming at Chanel, and it's just like a lot, y'all. But they call Chanel and Lexi call Amber over, and they're trying to talk to her. She's steady going off, saying all this stuff, talking about her wig is, you know, blah, 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 and y'all ain't helping, and this isn't what I came for, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, then you probably leave or whatever. And they're talking to her super calm, of course, and not confrontational, but she's definitely picking up all of the noise, and I don't know. I think she even said at one point, she was like, Chanel said something, she's like, that makes the hairs on my pussy grow. And I was like, I can't. But Joseline comes back, and Amber's still going off, like, doing some weird sweeping crap, and she's just like, what is going on here? Joseline finally says something, and I think she finally said something along the lines of like, I told them to do that, or I told them what to do, whatever. And then that's when Amber wanted to check herself and kind of back. And I'm just like, again, Chanel, why are you doing this to yourself? Like, just go home, girl. Just go home and save yourself further embarrassment. Because that's all they're gonna keep doing. And it should really, and the person that's in charge of the girls, it should really be dependent upon who dances the best and whatever. Like, all this extra stuff, like, what does that really have to do with why we're here? So is this for entertainment purposes, or are you really trying to do a cabaret? Because I'm kind of confused at this point, but I don't know, y'all. The episode ends with clearly Gaia's going to come back and say her piece or whatever. I think we finally get to see them dance next week. I'm really excited for that. But all in all, this episode was, of course, a lot of drama, and I'm going to continue to review it, but I'm also not going to bite my tongue about, you know, seeing these underlying messages. I'm definitely seeing it. So, like I said before, let me know in the comments below if, you know, you agree, or your viewpoints, or if you disagree, whatever, that's fine, on this week's episode. And as always, guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.